Hello and welcome to Tea with Lilybet. Thank you for joining me for another decluttering video. Today I'm going to be continuing with my bedroom declutter and tackle my chest of drawers as well as some shelves that are in my cupboard. I haven't tidied up these spaces for quite some time and I'm really looking forward to getting it organized. I'm starting by getting everything out of my chest of drawers and onto the bed so I can look at what I want to keep and what I want to declutter. Even though I access these drawers almost every day, I know there are items that I never use and are taking up space and making it harder for me to find the things I actually do need. Today my plan is not only to declutter items that I no longer use, but also to reorganize these spaces so that they're more functional and the things that I use the most are within the easiest reach. If I get time, I would also like to consider items like undergarments that may be worn out and need to be replaced. Now that I've gotten everything out of the chest of drawers, I want to vacuum and wipe down each drawer because this isn't something that I'm going to do very often. I'm going to take the opportunity to give it a good clean. These are the items on this part of the bed that I'm going to be decluttering, and the rest are going to be put away. So let's go through them together. This beautiful woven handbag is one that I used for quite a few summers, and I just haven't used it for maybe 4 years now, so that's going to go. This little clutch bag, I've got some other clutch bags that have replaced it. A little Kathmandu bag. This used to be really handy for me, but it's too small for my mobile phone now, so I've stopped using that. I've got another one. This Mimco shoulder bag has seen better days for sure, and I've really enjoyed it, but it's time to let it go. Some random socks, some of which I don't use, and one that's got a missing pair. And some white leggings. I don't know why I have those. I never use those. An old swimming cap that's stretched out, some hats. This is a lovely bucket hat, but it's too big for me and it doesn't really suit me, so I'm unfortunately I have to let that go. An old woolen beanie that I no longer use, and some sporting things. So this is a rip curl cap that I've never really used much, and an Adidas hoodie that's past its best use. So here I've got some handbags that I do use. I change my handbags over with the seasons. So this one I tend to use when I'm at the beach on holiday. That's more of an evening bag. This is a little jewelry bag and a little makeup bag that have been hidden away in my drawer and I haven't made that much use of, but I would really like to. And this is the bag that I used instead of my Kathmandu bag. It's really handy. It's the right size for a mobile phone. A nice thin strap, and yeah, it's very handy for walks and also when I'm on holidays. Sports bras and tops, some belts. Some of this sports gear is a little bit older and it's been sitting in my drawer. One of my goals for the second half of 2023 is to be doing a bit more exercise. So I'm going to try hanging these items up and see if I use them more. My pajamas and sleepwear, I've already decluttered that some time ago, so I don't need to remove anything. My socks, and then I've got some sentimental items. This is a beautiful scarf and beret of a very dear friend who passed away a few years ago, and yeah, I really do want to hang on to that because she meant so much to me. My graduation cap, which I really want to keep for bragging rights because I really worked hard on my degree, and my swimming gear. I've got a little sports cap, which you may have seen in 1 or 2 videos, and a beanie, and I've got another blue beanie somewhere that I need to find. So those are the items that I need to find homes for. I've also got my underwear, which I'm not showing on camera, but I'll find a place for them as well. So the next thing to do is to decide if I want to change how I'm using the drawers. So yeah, I've got to decide if I'm going to use it the same way. When I did the huge renovation of my closet in 2020 and 2021, I ended up buying a bunch of new things and I wanted to make sure that they were right and I didn't have to return them, so I kind of hung on to a lot of these tags and receipts, but obviously I don't need them anymore, so it's time to declutter these things.
There's a new day that will come again tomorrow. There's a new day to wash away the pain. There's a new day to take away your sorrow and the old ways get washed out by the rain. Darling, you've got to keep holding on through the night, 'cause I promise you this.
Okay, I've made my decision. I'm going to be using these 2 drop drawers for underwear and bras. And then I've got my socks. Because I want to be encouraging more exercise, I put my sports gear up top. Next drawer down is pajamas. Then I've got my bags, my beanies and belts. And at the bottom here, I've got my swimming gear because it is winter and I'm not doing as much swimming, my sentimental items, and my straw hat for the summer.
To get you through your struggles, I will always think of you and me. Darling, you've got to keep holding on through the night, 'cause I promise you.
And now it's time to tackle the shelves in my wardrobe. I haven't gone through these items for quite a long time, so there may be a few surprises in here. So I'm going to get everything out onto the bed and have a look. I've never really used this space effectively. It's been mostly a dumping ground for things that I don't know what to do with, long-term storage items, and empty boxes. I also have some clothing storage containers that I want to put up onto these shelves once I've decluttered and cleaned them. Once again, I'm going to take the opportunity to give the shelf a vacuum while it's empty.
Around the bend, there's a new day, and it will restore.
So I'm going to need to find space for these items. I've got some evening shoes there and shoes that I don't wear that often, so I'm going to need to find a space for them. That just has some garment bags in it, which is useful for travel. My sister gave me this quite a while ago, but I couldn't remember what it was, so I had to ask her, and she said it's a storage system for shoes. I'll hang on to it for now in case I move into a smaller place. I'll also hang on to my Doc Martens sandals shoebox in case I decide to declutter and resell those shoes in the summer. The wings and the tiara are a must-keep because you never know when you might have to dress up as a fairy. It's time to start putting things away. everything I wanted to get on the shelves. In this box I've got my summer duvet. In these storage boxes are my spare hangers for when I break the hangers that I've got in my wardrobe. I think there are a few more items in my summer capsule, so it's good to hang on to these hangers. These are the 2 storage containers that I put my summer items, and I also put some maybe items from my previous wardrobe declutter. If you want to check out my wardrobe declutter video, I'll leave that on the screen for you now. On this side I've got my suitcases. I've got the large one here, and then the medium and the carry-on are actually stacked inside. Now it's time to do a quick tidy up, remove the rubbish, and store away any remaining items. And now let's have a look at the results of my wardrobe shelf declutter. That looks so much more organized and is going to cause me a lot less stress when I open my wardrobe each day. If you enjoyed this video, you'd be helping me out a lot if you gave it a thumbs up. And if you're into home lifestyle, intentional living, or wellness, I would love to welcome you as a new subscriber. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and select all so you get notified of all my new videos. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now. Oh, yikes.